Aloha hoku ohana. I have a very exciting message today, and it's all about I'm hearing you going through a major expansion, all right, expansive time. The expansion card in the Cosmos Oracle is what I'm seeing. So I do feel like there's Jupiterian vibes, which is kind of, sprinkling fairy godmother in your life. That's definitely the vibe that's coming through. But I'll go ahead and show you what was coming out. So you have the Eight of Wands and the World card. So some of you are on a journey, okay, or you're being called to embark on a journey. This could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally, but I'm hearing get ready to expand right outside of your comfort zone, that's for sure. The Eight of Wands is about a major opportunity that can come. It can be a major spark of vitality or energy that you suddenly almost get, I'm hearing, injected with by spirit, and it propels you towards your dreams, ambitions, and goals at a very highly energetic rate. So this is almost like fluid velocity, and it also can show like exciting communication coming away, exciting invitations, things that call for you to embark into unknown territory. Okay, this is like foreign places, foreign lands, or just doing things that I'm hearing may feel foreign to you at first, but you'll feel right at home in regards to this. And then you have the World card, so maybe this is about you kind of being in a position that makes you feel like you're treading into foreign lands, you're doing things within the world that feel foreign to you. Maybe this is about otherworldly qualities that are not, I'm hearing, like native to this world that you're bringing into this world. But yeah, there's a major cycle that you're closing out in order to be able to be, I'm hearing, like catapulted into a new one. But I'm seeing like get ready for the trajectory of your life to actually completely go through an overhaul. Okay, like there's like a complete pivot that happens. So I want to take a read on this energy and see what else is coming through in regards to it. But yeah, that was a lot. Anything else? Oh yeah, and then I was also receiving a download in regards to the rainbow fish. I don't know if anyone remembers the rainbow fish. And I was actually reading the backstory a while ago in regards to, I think one of the authors or the illustrators, she wanted to use like actual fabric and material for the book just to give it more of a layered feel in this abstract field. So feel, I was supposed to say abstract field, but there could be something about you working in an abstract field, okay? Or maybe like your field is quite abstract, like your energy is quite abstract. But yeah, I think it ended up costing more, but it ended up like literally leaving a mark in the historical timeline because it was so different from things that were previously, done. It's almost like you're doing something that's a little bit outside of the box. Anyway, rainbow colored fishes usually represent blossoming into your full potential. It also shows newfound abundance and success and happiness. You even do have the cornucopia here at the base. So again, there could be something about financial payouts, windfalls, or just a series of, I'm hearing, abundant events that await you. And you do even have the benefactor as well. So there's something around you're kind of doing this expecting not really anything else except for a time of exploration, and that's when you're going to stumble into the most magical places, the most magical season of your life. It does feel like there's a magical season of your life that's just around the corner. What else? And it also shows your unique individuality and being able to express yourself fully. It also represents sharing with others and how that leads to happiness. So this could be something that you're sharing with the world. Some of you, this even could be online, right? These are like 2 social media or online cards on a digital platform, or just like going the distance. It's like going to be reaching the masses. I feel like this is you kind of spreading a message to the world. That's almost how it feels like, right? Because Eight of Wands is like a messenger anyway. And what was I going to say? It's like a messenger energy. And this is something you're here to do anyway. That's almost what it feels like, but it's going to be spreading. That's like spreading very, very quickly. And rainbow fish finds his way is like the theme that's coming up in your life, where there's a sense of fluidity that's required as you are going to be shown the way, and a path is going to be illuminated for you that is, again, just altering the trajectory of your life. That's the message that's coming through. So let's go ahead and see what this energy is about. I'm going to, let's keep this energy here, and I am going to get a read on it and see what else comes through for you guys. I'm hearing like this is a journey of self-love, but self-love to the soul. Okay, so you have two energies. One is fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so this is about a messenger. So you definitely do have a message to share with the world. And it's through blending your most multidimensional aspects, sophisticated aspects through this physical vessel. And yeah, Archangel Gabriel is a messenger about living in your true authenticity and being rooted and grounded in that energy. And you also have envy. So comparison is the thief of joy. There's something about your path is not going to look similar to anyone else's. And this is also giving me an energy in regards to, that song by Spiritual Tony is coming through where it's like, oh, what's it called? I'm hearing the Equal song. Let me find it. And we have 1441 on the clock. So there's definitely a mirroring effect, okay? It's like you're mirroring something to others. Clarification. Let me find the lyrics quickly. I'm hearing like different folks, different people, we have a different view, cut some people off, but I still wish that their dreams are coming true. I wasn't judging, you were judging me, I wasn't judging you. It's that type of energy that's coming through. That's what he was saying. So there's something around, there could be certain people as you embark on this journey that you're going to have to leave behind in an old paradigm. It's not that you're leaving them behind, but it definitely gives me you're kind of calling your life force back and you're really focused on yourself. And as you focus on yourself, I'm hearing you're going to be emitting, like I'm hearing literally this new frequency of sound, and people are going to be harmonizing and resonating with this new melody that you're singing in regards to your life. Okay. I feel like you're really focused on how can you sustain harmony within yourself despite what's going on in the external realm, right? How can you maintain and sustain and cultivate that strong internal harmony within yourself? So let's go ahead and try and find it. I do think it was the Equal song. Let me see. Just see if there's anything else that was coming through. Okay, so he says you can always make a conscious decision about how you want to feel in life and what you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you different. So this is like literally the energy that's coming through. That's the song that's coming through. He says, whoever said you change your mind, you change your life. There's something that you're changing your mind in regards to. Okay, maybe it's about actually embarking on this journey. And yeah, you're not doing what it is that you used to. And he's saying, now subconsciously, I'm not doing what I used to. I manifest me a trip to Honolulu. So yeah, you guys could definitely be like manifesting a trip, or maybe this is about like the answering the calling for your soul's natural explorative energy. It's like you're following the natural calling of your soul's desire to explore in this world and explore all the infinite potentials and sea of possibilities that do await you. That's definitely the energy that's coming through. And he says, if you knew the power that was in your hands, what would you do, right? So yeah, there's something that you're manifesting. He says, I'm going to work on me every day and night. So this could be something that you're doing. Master thyself and these emotions that I feel in life. It's a rebirth, right, that you guys are going through. That's definitely the energy that's coming through, especially with envy. For some reason, this is something that you need to know. And anything else? Feeling like you, they wonder why you don't chase. Okay, so this is the part that I was hearing. You can't even tell them how you feel because they're not listening. So some people, they have ears to like hear you, but they don't have ears to actually listen. So it's a time to understand yourself than rather to be understood. They can't even tell them how you feel because they ain't listening. They wonder why you're not chasing everything out here that's glistening. You don't care about the shine or care about the money. Told my dog I got no goals in life and he looked at me funny. I just want to live for a living. That's all I'm trying to do. So there's something around you're realizing that you're coming back to just the soul's pure essence, right? Where you're not out here chasing, external, tangible, worldly riches. I'm hearing you're focusing on other worldly riches, right? You're focusing on how you can be rich and nourish your soul, right? Become more enriched by this experience in life, in this experience on earth. So on a soul level, and how you're going to continue to take that with you, right? So only time I feel like I'm losing is when I compare my life to you. So again, comparison is the thief of joy. That's the energy that was coming through. Different thoughts, different bodies, we have a different view. So there's something around being able to see that both subjective points of view are true, right? Your perception creates your reality, and multidimensionality is truth, right? Truth is multidimensional in that aspect. So I feel like you're holding space for that paradox, right? Where people may feel like this is their definition of success, but your definition of success may vary, okay? It may kind of shift. So he says, cut some people off, still praying that their dreams are coming true, right? So this is like something that you guys could definitely be going through, because that's the song that was literally coming in. So yeah, you're living a life with no regrets, especially on a soul level, right? On a soul level. And I'm seeing, like, he literally says, when there's no escaping the breath of the Green Reaper. So I do feel like your human condition is lifting, and you're looking at life through the eyes of the soul, and you're really asking yourself, how well am I living to my soul's calling for natural exploration in this realm? Like, I am a natural explorer. It's time to really put myself out there. I'm hearing like it's time to put on your adventure hat once again and embark on this new journey. So yeah, there's definitely, and again, there's no escaping the opinions of different people. So live in your truth. Just know that we're all equal, right? So yeah, that's what's coming through. That's what's coming through. It's like you're not seeing any, it's like you're not judging anyone. And I'm hearing, yeah, you're not judging anyone. Because you're not living life in survival, right? You're not living life based on fear. This is again act of the highest self-love that there is. So yeah, that's very prominent in your energy. So you might want to listen to that song, but that's what I was hearing. So that's the first energy that's coming through. The riches that you seek, they transcend this world. Let's just say that. Okay, let's go and see what else comes through. This is quite interesting. Yeah, we have forgiving, which is beyond the veil, and we have stranger curiosity. All right, so forgiveness does not always require reconnection. I definitely feel like there is this, you're kind of transcending worldly matters. You're seeing that the day-to-day things don't really matter, and you're leading with love, not moving forward with a burden of a grudge on your own heart, right? Because you're seeing that that's just weighing you down from actually being able to live out your authentic story and your authentic truth. Because I'm seeing like the math scale, right, which is like numerical 9. You're tuning back into like more of the non-physical aspect of yourself than like the physical. That's what's coming through very, very strongly. So it's almost like the spirit is leading right now. And with stranger curiosity, this says that there is something new that's going to be piquing your interest. You also have straddling between worlds. So it talks about you mastering the realm of the form and the formlessness, right? You're doing this beautiful dance between realms right now. And it can feel like there is this dance between transformation and change that's happening. But there's something new that's calling for you to explore. So let me go ahead and take a look at this real quick. This talks about something extraordinary is being offered to you right now, and if you remain curious, like the soul naturally is, and teachable, you'll allow the newness to envelop you as you explore the possibilities. This is a departure from your expectations, but the stranger has come to invite you to dance to new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result. Now is the time to leave room for other points of views. Literally, we're talking about points of views, right? Other ways of seeing with humility and grace. And you guys are powerful enough to remain humble, because I feel like you're very seated in your power and you're very seated in your truth for what success is for you. And it reminds me of that quote of materialism that's coming through, where it says like, he who chases basically finite things in this realm will face more permanent consequences, right, in the afterlife. And then I'm just hearing that part where spiritual Tony, he says there is no escaping the breath of the Grim Reaper, right? So there is something about you're going through like a rebirth. That's a very strong energy that's coming through. You're going through like a profound rebirth, where I do feel like there is another, I'm sure, yeah, there is like an ego dissolving moment for sure. Yeah, it's very interesting. You're shifting the filter in which you perceive reality through, and you're seeing it through being your higher self incarnating into this physical form and not being attached to like matrix milestones or being attached to the constructs that keep you earthbound. That's almost what it seems like, for sure. Okay, anything else? This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. And you guys are like a diamond, right? And diamonds are formed under pressure. So I feel like you've been feeling a lot of pressure over time to do something. And there is like a new facet or face of yourself that's kind of been aching to be shown to the world. And I feel like your time is now. Okay, the time is now. Let's go ahead and read some of forgiveness. It says making amends and recognition of our unity. So there is no separation. I do feel like other people with envy, it could be a mirror, because we all have these different octaves of ourself, right? So it's like you can also view life through the eyes of survival and fear, and I feel like you're able to be very consciously aware of when you are viewing reality through that biggest filter of perception, and that can shift so many times. We're shifting constantly. It's whether we're aware of that or conscious of it. And there is something around, you're no longer on like a defense. That's what I'm seeing. Like you're no longer on the defense of this. And I'm seeing, you know how the T-Rex, I don't know if you guys have seen the different like animal archetypes, but there's something around like a shadow T-Rex, and which can be someone that is like sarcastic, somebody that is showing shadow aspects where they can be quite I'm hearing like a destructive force. It's somebody who can basically target another with some way, in some way with envy, target somebody else's truth, right? Target somebody else's like, you know, multidimensionality in that way, and being able to hold space for that. And you're kind of being direct, but from a loving way. It's like you're being direct, but you're showing more of the light aspects. It's like you're here holding space for the dual aspects, and I feel like you've integrated that shadow, and you've become conscious of that shadow, and how it operates from fear, and you're kind of like holding space for that love, for yourself and also for others. But yeah, it's knowing that when we're not basically distinct from one another. We see bodies, objects, and spaces between them, so we engage in the world in relationships between duality of us and them. The veil serves as a mysterious illusion, making it so hard to believe in our inherent connection to unity. So it's like you're able to see the divinity within others, even if they're not able to recognize that or remember it within themselves during this time. And that is like the paradox, you know. It's like I feel like you see something extraordinary in what other people may just see as like an ordinary reality or a very earthbound reality. It's like you can recognize a part of themselves that they are yet to discover, and you're able to hold space for that. That's definitely the vibe that it's giving me for sure. And you're just leading by example, and by you leading by example, it plants a seed, even if that's unconsciously within others. And when the time is right, and they want to nurture and grow that seed, this is knowing that everybody's on their own journey to like enlightenment. That's the vibe that it gives me. So yeah, it's super interesting here, super interesting energy. Again, when we claw at the veil out of anger, fear, jealousy, or resentment, manipulate another, misuse our power, or allow someone's actions to diminish us, we create a wound felt by many, not just those of a smaller direct relationship. Now's the time to examine where your actions have caused difficulty or harm to someone else, or where you have been on the recipient of harm. I feel like you're no longer like receiving this or taking this personally, you know. It could be an energy of like, what are you doing with your life? That's almost what it feels like. I don't know if you must be going through you must be going through like a pink elephant in the room moment, where it may feel like you're the odd one out, or you're doing something that goes against the grain, and it's just natural. This is what I'm seeing. You're doing something that appears to society to go against the grain, but the thing is, all you're doing is surrendering to the flow of the river, where everybody has been swimming against the current, out of fear of being swept away. And you're allowing yourself to surrender and use the power of the river as your own, instead of trying to beat it into submission. You know, that's almost what it is. And it's where the love of power is overcome by the power of love. And you're kind of showing how the power of love is kind of dissolving the heart's envy, and that's what the heart space does actually, which is super interesting because the throat is connected to the heart. So it's almost like you've come into a strong place of self-love for yourself, and also to love others in a way that they may not be able to fully do for themselves just yet. Because the heart is the alchemical point, right? This keeps you to like the lower monad of the earth matrix. That's what I'm seeing. This keeps you grounded and very earthbound, but you've been able to kind of blend and merge back into your non-physical aspects of self, and this really helps you speak in your truth and live in your truth and live a life that feels authentic to you. And that authenticity is its own unique currency. That is its own unique path. That your path may not look like everybody else's, and that's the point. It's not supposed to look like everybody else's. So that's the vibe that's coming through for sure. So there's no need to also like compare yourself. That's also what's coming through. All right, so just know that too with forgiveness. Anything else? Do this for you and your own liberty. Are you becoming unwitting hostage once you take the role of the perpetrator or victim, both positions of weakness? Let go of any resentments and know your part in the dynamic and make the appropriate amends with the newfound wisdom and understanding. Healing, forgiveness, and mending what is broken in your world is a sweet, much needed declaration of freedom. I'm also seeing the dynamic of the shadow aspect of the lion, which is somebody that can be very like ego based in that way, like just inflated ego and unconscious wounds coming to the surface in ways that are unbeknown to others, basically, where they have like this love of power. I'm hearing there's like this illusion of power, because I'm hearing like, who are you without that? I'm seeing like when somebody realizes that something that may appear to be like material begins to dissolve in their hand and like falls through their hand like sand. There's something around that with the numerical 9 where what appeared to be real is going to be shifting. That's the vibe that's coming through. And it's like, who are you without this? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are without it all? That's almost what it feels like. And it's in your needing of nothing externally that you're going to be receiving so much. That's the vibe that's coming through as well. It's in your needing of nothing externally, and why you're going to be receiving so much. That's the vibe, because it's a mirror of your internal abundance that you have within yourself, and your abundance and your emotional state not being dependent on anything external to you. It's like you are a highly abundant being, and yeah, you're seated in that knowing. That's definitely the vibe that's coming through as well. There was something else as well that I was going to say. Yeah, there's a declaration of freedom here, for sure. Okay, yeah, super interesting. So there's a lot of forgiveness that you guys are extending right now. And you're giving yourself permission to move forward and explore something that not everybody understands. Okay, that's definitely what it's giving me. It's like, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm finding myself, that's almost what it feels like, being comfortable in 2 states, wandering between realms. So again, this is having 1 foot in your old world and 1 foot in the new. So I do feel like you're being summoned to embark on a journey that leads to like a lot of self-exploration and leads to you following an internal network, right? That leads you to new external paths and networks as well, and new opportunities. So yeah, do not wait for an applause. Move on quietly, humbly, invisible to others. And that's what I mean. Like, you guys are powerful enough to remain humble. Yeah, and I was talking about the shadow aspect of the lion, and you guys are kind of embodying a rabbit archetype that is more seated. It's more saying less and necessary. It's almost like the light aspect of the rabbit is more high priestess energy. It's more, okay, I'm observing, I'm seeing what frame of consciousness or realm of consciousness you're operating in. It's like you're able to observe and see what part of the brain the human is accessing, and that's a direct reflection of their state of evolution, at least at that point in time. And you're not like identifying or labeling anyone as anything, because everyone can change. Humans are very fluid in general, but because we are more multi-dimensional than we are physical. But it's like you're seeing where people are at that stage in their evolutionary journey, and it's like you're not waiting, I'm hearing, for people to understand a concept that is so abstract, and anything that is abstract has multiple views or perspectives, and you can't really force people to see another perspective that they're not ready to see right now, that they don't have the ability to actually see if they're just looking at something upon the surface. That's the vibe that it's definitely giving me. Yeah, for sure. People that are very rigid or have this limited filter of perception when viewing reality through. Okay, so yeah, you're kind of relishing between realms, and you're glimpsing into an astonishing, exciting future. Do not break the news to anyone. Let people be as surprised as you are as you reinvent yourself. That's what it feels like. Like, you guys are going through a reinvention. Make sure that you're not just a slightly improved and polished version of an outdated and obsolete you. Birth yourself into someone original. Do you not feel, I'm hearing you're not a carbon copy of anyone. That's what it is. Do you not feel like you have to explain yourself or be understood by anyone, right? Literally. Become a mystery even to yourself. Gaze into the mirror and one morning be pleasantly surprised. Straddling Worlds invites you to become a true wizard, not one who performs magic tricks, but one who has mastered the dance between the realms of the form and the formlessness, the invisible and the visible. And know that you are the birth of new ideas, of original and sustainable ways of being in this world. And there's something around the way that you can sustain this internal harmony I'm very like, oh, there's so much. You know what it is? Like, it gives me a Queen of Wands energy in that deck where it's like, you know a lot more than what you lead on. And I just feel like you're very silent about this. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. You have like this linear perception of reality right now, and it's not good, it's not bad. Like, that's just, I can see where you're operating. So there's something around, you're kind of giving yourself permission to do certain things without announcing this move. It's like your silence is its own transmission. Again, trees do not announce their growth. Like, you guys really are the secure tree where you're going through this ever changing process, and it's leading to growth in like profound ways in your life, for sure. Okay, so that's a message that you must need to know right now with the envy, for sure. Don't let this stop you from living in your truth. Don't feel shame about this as well. Like, love yourself into change. Don't feel like you have to have shame mold who you are, you know? That's almost what's coming through. Allow the way that you love yourself to mold the way that you want your life to be, right? The life that you want to be able to live. Because this energy is exciting, right? Okay, let's go ahead and see what else comes through. How interesting. And then again, we have truth be told here at the base. So this is saying that people tell you exactly who they are if you listen. And that's what a rabbit is able to do in the shadow, in the light aspect. They're able to sit and listen, but they don't become like the shadow aspect where they are basically reducing themselves to try to make people feel comfortable, right? It's like you're not becoming the shadow aspect of that where you're dimming your light in order to try to fit in any way, because you're not here to fit in any way. All right, let's go and see. Yeah, not for you. Like, there's some things that are going to be not for you, right? This game is chess, not checkers. There's infinite number of strategic moves that you can make in this life. And there's some people that may be playing checkers, and I'm hearing they're playing it safe. And then you have a higher power. So there's something intangible that's guiding you that you're tuning into during this time. So just trust that process, okay? This is a very strong message that's coming through today. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at a starseed message for you too, because you're clearly being guided by something, a higher power, okay? Some kind of intangible force right now that not everybody can see. Okay, we have the Seers of Mini Taker, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So that's exactly what you guys are seeing. Some people can't see your potential. How can they when they don't see that potential within themselves just yet? People can only meet you as far as they met themselves. You guys are the whole ocean within a drop. And you realize that you're also a drop within the whole ocean. So there's something about you immersing yourself into a new experience, lifting the veil, right? Lifting the human condition, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. That's what's going on right now. It kind of does give me, there's certain energies, I will say, that are going to be a liability to certain timelines that you want to access. And I feel like you're no longer, even if it's just like, you know, entangling your life force just by giving that energy around, why don't they understand me? Why don't people see me? How can you expect some people to see you that don't have the ability to actually see themselves? How can someone recognize you as infinite potential when they're not even aware of that within themselves yet? You know, it definitely gives me that strong energy for sure. And be okay with that. That is okay. You know, be okay. What may you want from the other? You want more compassion, you want more understanding, you want someone to be able to hold space for you. Do you know that you can do that for yourself? We had how to mother yourself here at the base too, so you can also do that for yourself, right? We have Starseed. What lights you up? Okay, so again, you guys were seeded onto this planet, a lot of you with this knowing, and you've returned back to this knowing, right? Two biggest days, the ones that you were seeded onto Earth, and the second one is when you remember why. You've remembered why, okay? You have Imrana, where you being called to journey to. Again, you guys are embarking on a major journey. This could be a spiritual journey. It kind of does give me pilgrimage vibes for sure. Oh, let me read that. I'm seeing part of fortune in the 12th house. If you know, you know, which is about like good luck and good fortune being granted to you as you embark on a journey, even like through solitude or some kind of introspection. That's basically what it talks about, connecting more to like an otherworldly thing. Let me just see if my downloads come out in regards to this. I'm seeing Vesta in the 12th house. This shows an eternal keeper, who finds herself through solitude, dreams, intuition, and an enchanting yet complex journey that begins to unfold in your life. So that could be something that's happening, right? Your dreams could be extraordinarily vivid during this time. And it could even be like intimidating a little bit, I'm hearing, even to others, as you follow something that feels like it's hard for others to understand what you're seeing, you know? That's almost what it is. I'm hearing this is soon to become more like well established, because I'm seeing basically a scene where you're talking to basically something that other people can't see, and they're like, what is she talking to, or what is he talking to right now? And then other people like walk in the room, right? Like other starseeds walk in the room, and they're also talking to that same like that same being, like other guides are encoded into their field. Or it's almost like, what are you looking at right now? You know, it's that type of energy, like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? It's not that you can't see what people can, but you can also see a layer of reality that they cannot. And that's what you're attuning more into. Now you're following more what other people can't hear and what other people can't see. So that's almost what's coming through for you guys, for sure. You're illuminating a path, not just for you, but also for others. And you're definitely going to be seen as a guiding star for that. For that reason, okay? But yeah, there's definitely a veil of clarity that you're having as you journey through kind of life's murky waters. But there's deep spiritual, esoteric subjects that you have been able to discover within yourself, and you're finding harmony between the ethereal and the tangible realm. That's definitely an energy that's coming through as well. And you're bringing forth some kind of wisdom that only enriches your life, but also illuminates the path of those who walk alongside you in this shared journey of existence. So things won't always be this way. That's definitely an energy that's coming through. Again, especially how I saw all the starseeds kind of coming together in one room. I feel like there's communication hubs of some kind. Yeah. There's something that you're seeing potential in regards to this interconnected system, and, you know, more individual fragments of consciousness becoming aware of themselves. And that's what it is, right? It's just about coming back into that awareness of self. So yeah, some of you could have Vesta in the 12th. Part of fortune in the 12th could be about connecting to a higher realm, but true fortune lies in you being able to master the realm of the form and the formlessness, essentially, which is super interesting. Again, you could be very gifted, right? Or you're just tuning into the innate gifts of your soul when it comes to psychic abilities, but this is becoming easily accessible to you as well. Right, let's go ahead and get a Gateway of the Light activation card. We have Third Eye. So again, you guys are able to attune to the different layer of this reality. This is your multi-sensory perception system, so you're tuning in and what's happening in dimensions, and which are just frequencies that other people may not be able to fully perceive, right? And we have the divine matrix, God instances, synchronicity, interconnectedness. So this is your quantum technology when navigating this realm. It's one of your quantum technologies. It's your ability to actually see this cosmic overlay for a temporary construct or timeline, right? A temporary linear timeline for Earth, and it's not always going to be this way. So I feel like you are kind of following this new way and opening up new timelines and portals towards a new Earth and a new way of being, and being able to blend your higher multidimensional abilities and anchoring that into this realm, right? It's like you've taught yourself how to see. I'm hearing like you're teaching those who are also blind how to see, and how to trust that they can move forward even if they feel like they cannot fully look at everything that they are soon to, okay? Even if they can only see the things that they're soon to look at. That's almost what's coming through. Walking forward by faith and not by sight. And faith is to be sure of what it is that you want and certain of the things that you may not be able to see yet. And you're tuning into that yet. Okay, let's go and take a look at Third Eye. Where's the book? I've been doing this lately where I'm like, okay, it's right in front of me. Again, it's like, it's right in front of you. It's okay, anyway, the Third Eye, let's see. So clear seeing, inner vision, basically you're receiving a preview of life's upcomings. So the gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and stop questioning your divine ability to see, okay? Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed in this space as it's activated. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you're seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you've had since childhood, and it's awakening from its slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are being reawakened as your inner vision is activated and stronger than you imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than the human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what's going on around you as your third eye is activated. This gateway is here as a confirmation for what you're seeing and experiencing, and that's in divine alignment that you are being supported as you develop this source-given gift. Confirmation for you guys. I'm gonna love and leave you. Well, actually, maybe I won't. Yeah, let me go ahead and see. Let me get a card to represent what's going on. The shapeshifter. Yeah, you guys are shapeshifting basically through these different archetypal manifestations of yourself. This is also a Knight of Wands energy, so you're definitely taking inspired action towards the unknown. You're making friends with the unknown during this time, and it's helping you definitely begin to wander into new realms, into new ways of doing things, and into new ways of being, okay? I feel like you're kind of at peace. You're making peace, I'm hearing, with your past, making peace with yourself. You also have the divine feminine. So this is cultivating a strong sense of trust, self-trust when it comes to this internal dialogue that you guys have with the non-physical aspect of yourself, right? The soul that's leading the physical vessel. Let's go ahead and read some of divine feminine. But this is something that you could have repressed or suppressed in some way when it comes to actually taking action on the downloads that you've been receiving or the visions that you've had for your life. Number 3. Okay, this talks about receive your birthright, unconditional love, womb, let yourself be nurtured. So this shows where you're holding and your wounds with great love and giving yourself a blessing. So are you in situations where the path of action doesn't function, or where too much analysis takes your thinking on a downward spiral? This is about you being guided to look within and connect to the divine feminine. It basically talks about how you're now finding harmony in this hidden aspect of yourself, and you're seeing where others' egos can really just create a distortion in the way that they see themselves, in the way that they see the construct of this reality, in the way that they see this energetic projection, right? So you're no longer looking at life through this kind of distorted, warped lens, because you've pretty much detached yourself from the construct of this matrix. You've kind of rechanneled your energy into more of the non-physical aspects of yourself, basically, instead of focusing on just the physical or becoming earthbound. And you are moving through this experience very high vibrationally because you're very detached, because you're allowing yourself to tune into more of your fluid nature than a stagnant nature, you know? That's almost what it is. Anything else? You're focusing on a need to be loved. Connect with the parts of you that are hurting and receive the tender care from the divine feminine. The parts of you that have been repressed or denied, right? These feelings that have been hard to fully live with. To have your full energy and create space for yourself. Receive the infusion of love that you can care for your own wounds. And that's exactly what this is, right? It's like I'm seeing you guys really heal old wounds of the divine feminine, you know, ancestrally in some way, to be able to trust your voice, even if nobody else can like hear or understand the voice. That's definitely what's coming through, okay? And this is the biggest act of self-love that you can do for yourself. And as you also follow that act of service for yourself, you're also being of service to others, even in ways that they may not be able to fully understand right now as well. So yeah, trust this path that you're on. Keep going. There's definitely beautiful energy that's coming through for you. You're definitely on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, right? We'll go ahead and pull some of these tea leaf messages just to close out. We have dagger, fear, worries, tense situations that's come up reverse. So I feel like this is something that's going to be diffusing, right? We also have new home, new attitude. So yeah, you're definitely clearing house. Anything that just doesn't resonate with your soul. You have a path with money is waiting for you on it. So there's definitely like a wish come true with family. Wishes come true. And this well definitely reminds you of the quote around, you can't talk to a well frog about the ocean, for he's bound by the conditions of his own environment. And this is about people's like mentality, right? And that being stuck in very like rigid ways. And you can't talk to a winter insect about the summer, for he's bound to a single season. So that's the energy that's coming through. Trust your psychic abilities as well, right behind that as well. We also have spiritual love lily, which is super interesting because I actually saw lilies, one lily in the middle of the road the other day when I was cycling, and then right after that I saw a car pass by that said scorpion. So this is a profound death and rebirth. I feel like this is really making peace with the past. It definitely gives me like funeral vibes. Again, a change is coming. Things won't always be this way as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to love and leave you right there. If you're not already subscribed to this channel and want us to come for future reads, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. If you want to join our Discord server, that's also down below. And also, if you guys are interested in purchasing any beautiful bracelets by Alter Spirit, you also have a discount code down below as well. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Until next time, bye.